Okay, so why? All right. Thank you. Hi, I'm Stephanie, and this is Dr. Mike, and we are herbivore keto. So why did we decide plants? Why plants? Why herbivore keto?
Well, for me, early on in this sort of path, I was introduced to ketogenic diet, and I found it very effective. It helped me lose weight. It definitely provided more energy and mental clarity. But I just kind of got tired of eating meat all the time.
Mm, yeah.
It just after a while, I just started to really feel heavy
And
and
greasy.
yeah, and so it didn't last.
And it's expensive.
I couldn't sustain
Really
it.
expensive.
Yeah,
It was a lot of meat. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna have more meat, and we're using bacon grease like in everything.
yeah. So it wasn't a long term solution, clearly, for at least for me. And as part of that, sort of trying to find the right way of eating, I was gravitating towards more and more plants.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we were doing the was it the Renew diet,
Yes, the Renew. Yes,
which
yes.
was fairly plant heavy, almost vegetarian.
It was.
And I think both of us actually felt the best.
Yes, the Renew plan is one of the meal plans that the Functional Medicine Coaching Academy gave us as part of it's through the Institute of Functional Medicine.
Right.
One of their meal plans, and it's dairy free, grain free. I would say close to keto. I mean, it wasn't super high fat, but it was super clean. Yeah, we felt incredible, and I've had a few clients that tried it, and they felt incredible. It is kind of a lot of work. That was the one thing, is that was hard to maintain
Yeah.
working.
But when you couple that with all the known benefits of plants, it was really something that really opened our eyes and made us start to think, what could we do to incorporate the benefits of plants, but also the benefits that we clearly have found with ketogenic diets. And in fact, the scientific community has found benefits to ketogenic diets and to plant-based diets. So our goal was to try and understand, is it possible to combine the two, get the elements of both that are so wonderful and put them together into one? And yes, it is possible. And the benefits that I'd like to share that were really kind of at the forefront for us was that with a ketogenic diet, fiber is almost non-existent. And fiber is crucial. Yeah. Fiber is not just what makes you go to the bathroom, it's actually what feeds the good bacteria in our gut. So if you want to have a healthy microbiome, which is the gut, or the bacteria within our gut, you need to feed them. And so fiber is what makes them thrive, the really good bacteria. So having high fiber, fiber-dense foods as part of this process in this diet is really, really important. The other aspect of plants that you don't get from anything else really are phytonutrients. So some of our really important vitamins and then the powerful antioxidants that our bodies need are really found in plants. And so if you're eating a lot of meat and dairy and not a lot of plants, you're missing out on phytonutrients and fiber in particular, which have profound health benefits.
Mm-hmm. And then the phytonutrients, those are like color. There's a color relation in those, right? So
yes.
That's why they say eat the rainbow. You want to
exactly.
try to get as many colors in as you. Mm-hmm.
That's the fascinating part, is that these phytonutrients are often the actual chemicals that lend the color to the plant, whether it's a vegetable or fruit. And using that sort of mnemonic of eating the rainbow.
Not really Skittles. Not Skittles.
The wrong kind of rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
It does help because you want to have a diversity. And again, we emphasize cycling, so that's true with not just the style of eating, but also the individual components. Mm-hmm. Don't eat the same thing all the time.
Mm.
And that's also an ancestral thing. I mean, if you think about it, our ancestors would eat seasonally. So in the winter, they're going to eat completely different than they would in the summer.
Right.
And often they would not be living in the same place. So there was some migration associated with that. And that would, of course, bring different foods.
Right.
So our bodies really do need to have variety.
Variety, yes. And the fasting, which, we'll talk about that too, because sometimes they wouldn't, find any food for days, so they'd be fasting for days, or...
That's true. Yeah, and our bodies are really well designed for fasting. And that's actually what brings on ketosis in some circumstance. Well, always when you're fasting, eventually. But But the benefits are that your brain is actually a little bit sharper. And if you think about that, it makes sense.
Right. You're on
You
the
know,
alert for food.
If you're going to have to catch something, you want to be more alert. So it actually really does make sense.
Don't worry, you don't have to dive in with fasting right now, and it's really not as painful as it sounds with being in ketosis already. And there's all different types of fasting, so don't worry, don't be like, I'm out, they said fasting, forget this. So sit back down.
Yeah, I have to thank Stephanie for reminding me that, because I fast so
All the
often
time.
that I don't even notice it.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. We've got hacks to make it so that it's not horribly uncomfortable, but
And it really isn't. Once you're in ketosis, it's actually easy.
right. It's really not. It's really not. So yeah, don't be afraid of that.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for your genius as usual. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.